What's up, people? I feel like what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna turn the camera around, let y'all see where I'm going. Yeah. So now I think I can see a little bit better that the sun and kind of went in because the sun ain't gonna it's nice out here too. I like this weather. Yeah, nice out here. What's up, people? How y'all doing? I decide hopefully y'all can hear me a lot better. Now, it's 20 people then subscribe to this channel. Now, all of those who have subscribed, make sure y'all hit that bell button twice so that y'all will get the notifications when I go live. You see what I'm saying? Because YouTube is doing something with, I don't know what's going on, but just make sure that you click the bell twice so that you will get all of the notifications whenever I post another video. There was some stuff that I wanted to go do, but I'm probably gonna end up going to do it tomorrow. That's what I'm probably gonna end up doing because it's getting dark now. Well, it's gonna get dark. Okay, this subject today is going to be about, as you can see, how many books was removed from the Bible. It's getting cool out here too. Like I'm gonna have to learn to bring more than a jacket out here. And in the year 1611, the Bible was translated from Latin unto English. Because Roman was a, now this is when they wanted to convert. Now why would they say it was translated from Latin to English? Because remember, we were speaking Hebrew. The Bible was written in 3 different languages. Hebrew, well, it was Hebrew at first, then it was Greek, and then it was Latin. So it was Latin. So the Latin came along, and I think that's how we got converted up under Christianity as well, too, because the Roman Catholics, they wanted to take and, because see, you remember, they had to come borrow from us, from the Hebrews. Even the what you call those people, the what they call the so-called Mormons. Every so-called religion came and deviated from the Israelites, which means that the Bible is not a religious book. It's a history book. But what they did, they took bits and pieces of what was called from the Jews. You have to understand, they borrowed, the Jewish people, the so-called Jewish people, borrowed from the Jews, and now they call themselves over in Israel, they calling themselves the real Jews according to the Bible. That's what they do. But you have to understand, they borrowed from us. Remember, I said this earlier. No, I don't think I said it in my video, but I was talking to somebody earlier. Everything that we have as a so-called people of color, the so-called white man copied it. I want to get this out of our heads too. Religion is white supremacy. It is. And they converted, the Bible was translated from Hebrew to Latin. That's when they stole our language. Everything that we have, they steal it and turn it into something and make it their own. Why do you think every Christian is bugged out their damn mind when you try to talk to them and tell them that they are the real Jews according to the Bible? The first thing they're going to tell you is, it doesn't matter. God loves everybody. All that kind of stuff. Oh, God loves this. It's because the doctrine of Christianity, it said, it was prophesied that we will be destroyed as a people, and we will try to we will try to drift the Gentiles in. Why? Because we have been under the Greeks and the Romans philosophy, and we started practicing the philosophy of the Greeks and the Romans. You see what I'm saying? The Greeks were those who the Israelites was up under. They was up under the Greek customs. But a lot of our people, converted to the Jewish religion. And the Bible has nothing to do with religion, because you have to remember Acts 7 and I believe it's 58, somewhere in there. It says, the Most High God dwelleth not in temples made with hands. You see what I'm saying? So there was 80 books removed from the Bible. They was removed by the Vatican in 16, I think it was 1611. In the year 1611, the Bible was translated from Latin into English. This is when we lost our original self. When we lost our original self, it was translated from Latin to English. Because see, it had to be translated into English. That's why we speak in English today, so that we can understand the original Hebrew. Now, if you ask me what Hebrew meant, and I think they say the original language for Hebrew is Aramaic. You see what I'm saying? So I got to look more into that. But this is the reason why that I didn't years ago, like 2014, because I've been in the Seventh-day Adventist Church for over 25 years, and I didn't know. And I'm still doing a lot of research on a lot of other things. I'm still doing a lot of research on a lot of things because I really want to get it out to my people. But when I approach my people, I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. Because you have a lot of people that's bugged out their damn mind. And if you don't really know your shit, they going to come with some stuff and they going to try to convince you that what they're saying is real. You see what I'm saying? That's why when I first learned about the Most High having a chosen people and God didn't love everybody, I was gradually finding that out in 2018. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I found that out in 2018. Is when I found it out. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that we were the greatest people on the planet. I said, so this is the reason why that our people have been targeted all these years. You see what I'm saying? This is the reason why a lot of our people have been targeted all these years. This is the reason why we're in the slums and the ghettos right now. You see what I'm saying? So let's go on. Now, it was translated into English so that we can understand. If it was not translated into English, we wouldn't understand the original Bible. And they removed First Esdras 1, Second Esdras 2, and Second Esdras 3, and first or Second Esdras 4, one of them that they removed out of the Bible. And then they removed the Wisdom of Solomon 1. The Wisdom of Solomon is Ecclesiastes. They removed a couple of books from the Wisdom of Solomon too, because which were called the Apocrypha. You see what I'm saying? So this is the reason why there's so much confusion, and that's why they got the NIV version, they got the NBA Bible, I think they got an Apple Bible. I don't get caught up now into reading all them different versions. I just feel more comfortable just sticking with the King James. So let's look at this. In the year 1611, the Bible was translated from Latin unto English. Back then, the Bible contains a total of 80 books. It was 80 books. And the last 14 books, which today have been excluded, made up the end of the Old Testament, were as follows. First Esdras. Why did the Vatican remove the 14 books from the Bible in 1684? In 1684, why did they do this? Because I can tell you simple. They didn't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to know. That's why they removed certain things from the Bible. The Vatican Church or the Roman Catholic Church has a long history of corruption and deception, aside from literally committing acts of outright genocide, genocide several centuries ago against the Catholics, and to sexually abuse children in more modern times. It is certainly one of the most corruption of organizations in history. That's true. It's the reason why they have all this stuff. Now, when you go start going into all that deeper stuff, YouTube will flag you, and they'll try to flag your video or flag your channel. I don't know why. They don't want you to really know this stuff. They don't want us to know this stuff. They don't want us to think outside the box. Because during slavery, you couldn't think outside the box. If you go right there in Exodus chapter 1, you clearly will see how all the Israelites, they didn't have no Bible, they didn't have the 10, they didn't have, they didn't have the 613 commandments. They didn't have them. All they had was you just worked hard bondage. That's all you did. And it says when we came out of our captivity, when the yokes of iron came off of our necks, according to Deuteronomy 28 and verses 48, it says that the yoke of iron, when it was took up off of our necks, off of our ancestors' necks, we will be destroyed as a people. Today, if you look around, we as a so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people are destroyed. Our problem is we're trying to save the other nations who are not of the fold. Everybody's trying to drift the white man in and trying to say, make us all the same. It would never happen because the Most High said He separated us in the womb. If you look right there in Genesis Genesis 25 and 25, it says that Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. And then it says Jacob was a plain man, right? So it didn't describe too much who Jacob was, but it described who Esau was. It says Esau was red all over like a hairy garment. And it says two nations, if you read up in 21, Genesis 25 and 21, it says two nations are in thy womb, and two matter people shall be separated from thy bowels. See, God separated. See, the stuff that's going on right now, this been going on. We've been at war with Esau, the so-called white man, ever since during the birth of Esau. We couldn't even the two nations couldn't even get along in the womb. They couldn't get along in the womb. You see what I'm saying? So, then in Matthew 25 and 32, it said He will separate the sheep from the goat. The sheep on the right is the Israelites. The goat on the left is the Edomites, the Africans, and all of the other nations. Because if you ask, a lot of people try to drift everybody in. Remember I said that. But if you ask a Japanese and a Chinese not going to call themselves Chinese. Neither is the Chinese going to call themselves Japanese, because they know they're not the same people. You got the Africans. You got the blacks, the so-called black, the Negroes, and then you got the African people. You see what I'm saying? Even though we look alike or whatever, it's not about how you look. It's about the seed of who your father is. We trying to include everybody in that when everybody is not going to notice that a so-called Chinese, is not going to notice that we're not living in the same neighborhood. Think about that now. If you're trying to say we all are the same and we this and that, the Chinese man know, the Arab man, the Arab man know, they all know, they know that we all are not the same people. But you and our dumb selves walk around, because remember, we were the only nation that had been enslaved. And we the one walk around and call ourselves something outside of our nationality. We call them you our brother. Not realizing that everybody is not your brother. Every nation is not your sister. Why? Because if it was, are they living in the same neighborhood as you? They not living in the same neighborhood as you. So that should tell you something right there. Look who live in the hood. You think a so-called white man, Asian man, East Indian man gonna come out here and live out here in the hood like you? You think they gonna come out here and live in the hood like you? I don't think so. I'm not talking to myself, y'all. Well, I'm just saying, nobody's walking there. But I don't know about they say, what is he? Who is he talking to? I'm talking into my camera. I'm making a video. I'm talking to myself. Okay. All right. I don't do that. But anyway, you think the so-called white man gonna leave his $10 million mansion and come out here and take his family and live out here in these woods out here? Broke down car at his house? He'll fall off a cliff. He'll kill himself before he do that. You see what I'm saying? We used to. You see what I'm saying? They not gonna come out here and live out here like they wouldn't dare trade. If they knew they could trade places with you and I, and they come on our side and see how we feel, and we go to the top, if they ain't gonna do it. That's the whole point. They not gonna do it. They ain't gonna turn around and flip places with you while they, even though they know they living off of the wealth and everything of us. They know they living off of us. They know they living off the wealth of us. Our people. Everything. That's why they can go and get them $15,000 big old them big German cars or the German this and what you call them kind of cars, some Uber car. Y'all know about them Uber cars? What nation of people can afford that? Us as a so-called black people, we can't wake up and we can't afford all that stuff. Y'all know we can't afford that. We can't afford that. Y'all know we can't afford that. You see what I'm saying? We can't wake up and say, you know what? I'm gonna go get me about 3 Uber cars, brand new cars, and I'm gonna pay about $20,000 for a Uber. I'm gonna go and get me a $2 million mansion. That would be a nightmare. That would be like a dream to us. But the so-called white man in the other nations, they can wake up and they in heaven, or they can go buy them 2 or 3 Uber cars. Plus, they can go down the streets, get them a business. They can build them a business and a school. They can. So, I didn't read too much, but I guess it's kind of weird. I guess I'm out here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead on. I'm going to turn and go back around here. Hopefully, y'all can hear this good. So, I'm going to go ahead on in here. Yeah, I'm going to come on back in here. Yeah, I'm going to come on back in here. Oh, my battery's low, so I'm going to have to go plug it up. I hate I have to do that. Well, you have to do it if you want it to stay on. Let me hear a plug it up because I had it off the charger. But one thing about it, when it so on that note, I'm gonna say peace and love to my people of color, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next live. Peace.